What's your
I
question?
submit my will to the one true God, the one true Creator.
Okay. What's your question?
The God that Jesus worshipped, the God that Moses worshipped, the God that Abraham
All right,
and
brother.
Adam
Brother, you don't have to go through the whole
worshipped.
slogan. Just what's your argument today?
So tell me, what language did Jesus speak?
Greek, Aramaic, and Hebrew.
When he said God, what did he say?
Ilaha, but he called him Father.
Okay, Allah. Which God do we worship?
Who?
Allah.
Okay, so?
What did Jesus say about submitting his will? Who did he submit his will to?
The Father.
Okay, so can somebody worship themselves?
I don't believe he worshipped himself.
So you said that he is not the Father, but so
right, and he submitted his will to the Father.
Jesus, let me ask you a question. Does Jesus depend on the Father?
On what? As far as what?
Can Jesus exist without the Father?
They're intrinsic to each other. The Father can't be the Father without the Son, and vice versa. They're intrinsic.
No, there has to be an independent. Okay. Can Jesus
they're
exist
both,
without
brother,
the Father?
they're the same being, so they're intrinsic to each other.
Okay, physically or divinity?
God is not physical. I'm talking about his divine nature.
Okay, so Jesus was physical, correct?
Correct, yeah, because he incarnated, yes.
Do you guys believe that Jesus resurrected, right?
Correct, yes, he resurrected,
and
yes.
That comes from Paul, or
was crucified and was crucified.
Yeah,
okay.
hyperfiction. What you're jumping from? I don't look. We can touch on multiple topics on this conversation. I don't mind. I don't like jumping from topic to topic in like 30 seconds. Just because you get stuck on one, you move to the other. Like, what is it? What were you getting at as far as him submitting his will to the Father and Allah and all that? Where were you getting at with that?
So the thing is, Jesus submitted his will to the Creator's too.
No, why didn't you say to the Father? You were about to say it to the Father, right?
I never said the Father.
I know you didn't. Why can't you say it? But hold on. Why can't you say the Father? Why can't you say that?
I don't believe that God can be a father.
Okay, so then there you go. So then how is he a Muslim if he submitted his will to the Father if Muslims don't believe God is a father?
Listen, you can
Listen, did you hear my question? I want you to answer my question directly. I want you to answer my question, please. I want you to answer my question. Listen to it again, because you started talking in the middle of it, so I don't think you heard it. You're trying to use my book in order to prove that he's a Muslim, but in the very quotes that you're quoting, he submits his will to the Father. But according to you, Muslims don't believe God is a father. So how exactly? So how exactly is Jesus? Here's my question now. How is Jesus a Muslim exactly if he's submitting his will and sees God as a father when Muslims don't? Please explain.
First of all, it's very simple, okay? The father, you can say the concept of a father or as a form of respect, okay?
So you call Allah Father?
You have no proof that Jesus, there's many sons that are described in the Bible, correct? Sons of God and sons of men. He's described as a son of men, correct? Or am I incorrect?
I don't know what this has to do with you calling him Allah Father. Can you call Allah Father?
We don't call Allah Father.
Okay.
Allah does not.
Did Jesus call Allah Father? Did Jesus call Allah Father?
That's beyond the point.
No, it's not. Did Jesus call Allah Father?
It doesn't make a difference.
It does make a difference because can a Muslim today call Allah Father?
We don't even know if Jesus called God Father.
Then why are you quoting? Then why are you quoting? Then why are you quoting the very verse where he calls him Father?
Listen,
brother.
I'm using your own book to
but you don't even believe in it, so how are you going to use it as evidence?
Okay, so you're telling me I can use your own book?
No, not if you don't believe in it. No, I don't. I can't. No.
So you're telling me if I don't believe in something, I can't use
if you're going to try, if you're doing an
hyperfiction,
this is how this works, okay? If you're doing an internal critique on my belief, then yes, you can adopt my book and use it. But if you're trying to convince me of your belief, which is that Jesus is a Muslim, you can't use evidence you don't believe in, because now your whole argument is based on something that you yourself don't believe in.
Muslim is very simple. It just means somebody who submits their will to the Creator. That's all what a Muslim means.
Yeah. So if I cool.
Creator by any name.
Yeah, hyperfiction. But here's the thing: if I believe that my cow is the Creator and I submit my will to the Creator, am I a Muslim still?
Nobody submits their will to the cow. First
Brother,
of all, so
I'm
I
at
don't know.
it's a
That's just not.
it's a hypothetical
Yeah,
hyper. It's a hypothetical. If someone
don't need
believes
hypothetical.
if someone believes in a cow and says the cow is the creator of all things and he submits his will to that cow, is he a Muslim?
We don't need those
Can
kind
you,
of
bro,
parables, bro.
listen,
Listen.
just answer the question. I'm proving a point here. Answer the question. Be honest. Is he a Muslim?
Who?
I'm going to say it one more time. If you keep playing dumb, I'm moving on. If somebody submits their will to the cow and they believe the cow is the creator of all things, is that person a Muslim?
No.
Okay. So then you understand that just because someone submits their will to who they believe is the creator, the identity as to who they're submitting their will to matters as to whether they're a Muslim or not. We believe, I know you believe you're submitting your will to the creator. I don't believe you're actually submitting your will to the creator. I don't. You're submitting your will to something different.
Let's talk about that. Why don't you believe that?
Well, there's no evidence for it.
So you don't believe that the God who created the heavens, the earth, all powerful, all seeing, these are instinctive qualities that we have as that make logical sense, okay? You don't believe that Jesus worshipped that same God. You believe that he worshipped a whole different being.
I don't believe that the God of the Quran is any of those things.
Then we just defer.
I know. That's why you're a Muslim. I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Do you have hey, this is your chance. Do you have evidence to support that this actually that the Quran came from the creator?
Yes.
What's the evidence?
Before we even move to there. So what you're saying is that you don't believe that our God is a creator, but you believe
Absolutely
that
not. Your God is created. Your God is a created spiritual being that just deceived you guys into thinking.
Can you answer his question now? Please don't let him repeat the most recent question that he just read.
Please hold on. We're having a we have a very distinctual, like.
You have no evidence.
Listen, let me just finish, please. He believes we can defer in our beliefs. That's okay. You believe what you want. I have my own belief. That's fine. God tells us that in the Quran. He says, "Let them have their belief. We have our belief." There's no compulsion in religion. You
just wants to preach and
I know, my love. Just give me a second. I got it.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna answer the question. Just give me a second. So, you believe that your God is the creator, and that he was not created. Correct?
Why are you asking me a question? Why don't you answer my question?
I'm trying to understand the logic behind what
Hyperfiction.
you're saying.
What you're doing is you're filibustering because you don't have an answer. You are.
No,
Listen. This is just human psychology. When somebody is insecure, they're going to do things. Hold on a second. Can you let me finish, please? When someone is insecure, they do things to compensate for their insecurity. Either they're going to get exposed and just take it, or they're going to do something different. You're filibustering right now because you know that the question that I asked you, you don't have a direct answer for, and you don't know where to go. So you're filibustering to either A, change the topic and try to cover up your insecurity that you don't have an answer, or buy yourself enough time to come up with something.
No, I'm literally trying to answer before we move. You tried to move on to the.
Okay, good. So what is the evidence that the Quran came from the creator? If you have an answer, just answer it, bro.
The evidence is that we have a prophet. Muhammad is a prophet of God.
Supposedly, he's a prophet because he received a revelation from God. How do I know that's true?
Okay, when somebody says they receive a revelation, what's usually the case that there has to?
I don't know, bro. You're the one that's supposed to give me a foundation as to why this is true. So don't ask me no questions. Just tell me why this is true.
Somebody says they get a revelation. A, they either have to be lying, right?
Mm-hmm.
They either have to be a liar.
Mm-hmm.
B, revelation has to be from either they're crazy or they have some sort of like mental illness, something like that.
Oh my God, I know, bro. Yes. So how do you know it's true?
The prophet was none of those things. He wasn't a liar. He wasn't crazy, and the Quran is not from Satan.
How do you know it's not from Satan?
The Quran literally curses Satan. It says
so what?
Satan.
So
Which
what?
other book does that?
So what? Why does that mean? Why does that mean it's not from Satan just because it says that?
So you're telling me Satan would curse himself?
In order to
Okay,
deceive, in
hold
order,
on.
hold on. In order to listen,
Brother,
in
you're
order
not
to,
letting me answer.
in order to deceive you into thinking he's God, yes, Satan would do that.
Okay, so you're telling me that a group, what benefit is there in coming to a group that's already worshiping Satan? They're worshiping idols. They're literally worshiping many different gods. What is the point of telling them to worship the one true creator?
Because
Who created the heavens and the earth?
and listen closely, because at that point in time, up until that point in time, actually up until like about 500 years earlier, polytheism was the most common religion in human history. But it was now becoming extinct because a monotheistic religion was running rampant around the world, and it's called Christianity. So if Satan wants humans to continue to worship him and his demons, he needs to shift into a bootleg monotheistic religion. So that would be the reason. Now,
So you believe
what's
that
next?
you're monotheistic.
That's a different topic, brother. Can you prove to me that this is from God and not from Satan?
I already did, bro. You don't believe it. And
What did you
Prophet, he
prove?
also
What
had
did you prove?
revelation.
What did you prove exactly?
Listen, he wasn't a liar. He's
How do you
not
know?
Crazy.
How do you know he wasn't deceived by Satan?
He can't be deceived by Satan.
He can?
It literally is impossible. It's impossible.
Dude, in your own beliefs, he was deceived by Satan.
It's literally impossible.
In your own beliefs, he was
it's
deceived by
impossible. If
Satan. He
you
received
truly
satanic
care about
verses.
the truth,
Hyperfiction. Listen.
impossible.
Listen very closely, okay? I think that you have a strong belief that this is from God, but I don't think you know the reasons why that's true.
No,
I don't think
there's literally you can listen. Like I'm not gonna get into every little piece right now.
Right. Okay.
But,
so you came up here for what?
I'm trying to make you understand that Jesus worshipped Allah. He worshipped the one.
You don't really know that because you don't even know if your book is from God. You don't really. You don't. You're assuming. You understand that you're. I believe that you're making an assumption that your book came from God, but you don't really know that for sure.
Do you? Okay. Did your book come?
Don't
from
flip
God?
the question on me.
No.
Just respond to what I'm saying. Do you?
Right to ask you a question.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Not when you're not answering my question.
Paul,
Not when you're running.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes.
Mark, Matthew.
Here comes the Dawa robot.
Oh, the Paul rhetoric. They hate Paul.
They hate Paul, but their Islamic scholars love Paul. What's up?
Hello. When Jesus comes in the second coming, is that going to be God?
Of course.
Exodus 33:20 says, "No man shall see the face of God and live."
Okay.
So how can you say that it would be God when we're going to see Jesus? And Exodus 33 would contradict that, no?
Do you think God has a face?
Yeah, if God says he has a face.
So what does that mean? So you believe he actually has a like a shape to his body? You think he has a body and he has a shape?
Does Jesus have a body and a shape?
Yes, because he incarnated. But do you think God has a face?
I personally think he has a face, but not like a human face.
No, right. That's right. Yeah, you guys take this whole, yeah, he does, but he doesn't. Got it. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Yeah, God doesn't have a literal face. He does when he incarnates, if you're going to refer to the incarnation, that would be a created face. But him himself in his divine nature doesn't have a face. What a face means from the Hebrew context is two things: either getting to know him on a personal level, or actually his divine nature, like his actual nature. We cannot see God's divine nature at all, so we'll never see his face if that's in reference to his divine nature.
So we'll never see fully God.
Not his nature, no.
When I say his nature, I mean his fully God is his nature, right?
I don't know what you mean. No, like his energies are fully God. Jesus is fully God, but I will never be able to see his nature, his essence, like ever. That's impossible.
I'm trying to understand. Okay, so when Abraham was at the tent, and those three figures came to him,
Mm-hmm.
Christians say that's God.
Yeah. So did Abraham.
So is that another incarnation again?
It's a theophany. Incarnation would be like you're actually go through the birth process of being fully human. A theophany would be just him taking on the appearance of a human.
Oh, so he took on the appearance of a human, and that is not fully God. That was.
I don't know where in anything I said that wasn't fully God. All I said was that he wasn't fully human. It wasn't a full human incarnation because he didn't go through a birth in that. It was just an appearance. It's called the theophany.
Okay.
Where did you hear me say not fully God in anything that I just said there? Are you just hearing those little like voices in your head or something that say that, or like what'd you hear?
I don't understand what Exodus 33:20 means.
I already explained Exodus 33:20. What didn't you understand?
So for example, could you see the Father and live?
Not in his divine nature, no.
I don't know what that means in its divine nature. What does that mean?
Do you know what a nature is?
Yeah, I know what nature is.
Do you think
essential properties that make you something?
Good. Do you think you can see Allah and his nature?
As a human, no.
Did I say as a human? Where are you getting these extra words? I didn't ask that. Can you see Allah in his nature?
Right now, no.
At any time, can you see him?
Yeah, at any time I will be able to. Yeah, of course I can.
You'll be able to see him in his divine nature?
Yep.
That's crazy. That's new for me when it comes to Muslims. How would you be able to see him?
How? Well, same way the angels are able to see God, and everything else is able to see God.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, that actually makes sense because yeah, your God is created, so that makes perfect sense. But when it comes to us, we don't believe that it's possible to see the divine nature of God. It's not possible.
So when you're in heaven, you're not going to see God?
Not in his divine nature.
Again, I don't know what that means.
Okay, so here, when I see Jesus, right, in a human flesh, I'm seeing Jesus, but I'm not seeing his divine nature. I only see him via his human nature. Okay?
So leave the human nature. Let's talk about God, the Father.
Mm-hmm.
What is God the Father if he's not God? Like, are you saying that God
When did I ever say the Father is not God?
I didn't say that he's not God. I said that. What do you see when you see the Father?
I see whatever he would like, just like God can appear as a man. That's a theophany. I would be able to see that. That's a visual. That doesn't mean I'm seeing his nature. So it would be the same way.
So God every time has to appear as a theophany to show.
In order for me to actually see something, yes, he would need to appear in something other than his divine nature. Yes.
Oh, so you'll never be able to see the God as himself. He always needs to change himself.
I would never be able to see his nature, like what he is. Like you're a human, that's your nature. I will never be able to see the nature of God ever. Ever. Doesn't matter in heaven, doesn't matter anything, doesn't matter ever. I will see him in a different way. I will see him through an appearance as a human, appearance as whatever. But I will never see his divine nature. This is all notice I'm being consistent with what Moses says. I'll never see his face. No one will ever see that.
Moses saw his back though, right?
What?
Was that Abraham?
Or Abraham? But no, it was Moses, bro. It was Moses.
Yeah, he saw his back. God showed him his back.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Was God's back like divine, or I don't see? That's again,
bro. We don't have. He doesn't have a literal back, bro. We don't do this whole athari thing. It's a back, but not a back. Like we don't do that. It's not a literal back.
So what is it? When he says he showed him his back, what does that mean?
Yeah, he saw something other than his divine nature.
Which was what? His back?
I don't know what it was. I don't know. I wasn't there to give you the exact description. But he doesn't have a face, a literal face. He doesn't have a literal back. Like I wouldn't say, oh, he has a face, but not a face like a human, like you guys say. I wouldn't say that either. It's not. It doesn't mean an actual face.
Right. Okay. See, because I'm really trying to understand.
No, you're not. Don't you please? Just save the BS and just keep going. You're trying to find a hole. Go ahead, keep trying to find a hole.
I'm not trying to find the hole. I'm trying to understand. I've been trying to understand for a very long time.
You trying to become Christian?
No, not trying to become Christian. I'm just trying to understand.
Then why are you trying to
Because I
understand?
talk to Christians all the time, and instead of always battling with Christians, I'd rather have a better understanding. Then we could have more fruitful conversations instead of me being ignorant all the time. I'd rather just have a better understanding, then I won't be arguing all the time, you know?
Yeah, right.
Have you asked the same questions about Islam and try to understand Islam?
Yeah, I mean, he said to me, God has a face, and it's not like we understand. So there's a difference there where we say God has a face, but not like our face. It's like a face, but like no other.
So how do you help me understand that?
What does that even mean?
You see when it says we made man in our image.
I mean, it was in his image, but not in his image. Got it.
Yeah, I want to understand how you can make any comparisons about a God that you don't know anything about.
So we do know a bit about God. Of course we do.
Not physically. You don't know anything about, like, you can't actually compare him to anything in reality, right?
Yeah, but he's given us some criteria to understand him.
You're given some comparison, but you can't do a comparison.
Any comparison is actually not going to relate to him at all.
Right. It doesn't make sense, Bendo. Like the actual terminology makes a comparison, but then you say you can't do a comparison.
Okay. When God, for example, he loves
Silly, man.
or he shows mercy, right? We mimic that.
Right.
That's not our thing. That's God's thing.
It was an eternal
But
mercy.
To say that we love like God loves, that's ridiculous. No, we don't.
Is it an eternal mercy?
It's the most merciful. There's nothing more merciful than God's mercy.
Was he showing mercy before creation?
It wasn't showing it, but he had it.
So it was inactive?
Yeah, same with his creation. His ability to create.
So he's like his creation in that way, huh? He's made of parts?
No, he's not made of parts, no.
Oh, he's not?
Nope.
Okay. So he had the ability to give mercy before creation?
Yep.
But he just wasn't using it, correct?
Yep.
Was he using the ability to have knowledge before creation?
Yep.
So he has the ability to use knowledge before creation, but he wasn't using the ability to give mercy before creation. So those are two different. So one thing is active, the other thing's inactive. That would be a division by default.
No, there's no division.
That would have to be a division. That would mean anything that has a part of him that's inactive and another part of him is active in that way, that would mean parts. Your God's created. Congratulations.
No. Okay, I've got an option now to love something or not love it. You can't say that I'm now in parts.
You're a human. You're a part. You are made in parts. What are you talking about?
No, my love isn't a part of me.
It is. The ability is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You're temporal, Bento, so everything about you is a part of you, and we are in parts.
Okay, have you ever met a human that is missing the part of love?
I mean, psychopaths.
Yes, psychopaths.
No.
Yes, psychopath. Literally, bro. Literally, there's something going on in a psychopath's brain that causes them to not have empathy. It's a lack of development in a part of their brain. They literally, physically cannot feel love. It's an actual dysfunction in their brain.
Okay. What about anger? What about anger?
What about it?
Is there anybody who's born without anger?
It's a part of you. It's still a part of you.
All right, it's a part. Okay.
Yeah, you're literally you're comparing creation. But see, here's the thing, brother. Look, you got to understand, if your God is not made of parts, he has to be divinely simple, meaning that his nature has to be one, even if it has distinctions to it. But if one ability of his is inactive before creation and another one is active, by default, you cannot, if you say it's not the case, then you're contradicting. By default, this being now has parts. There's a division if one part of him is inactive and another part is active. That would have to be a division in order for that to be even make logical sense. So your God is made of parts if that's true. But I get it. He's made of parts, but not like our parts. He's made of parts, but he's not made of parts. He's
I don't
put
know in what sense the word part is being used, you know, when it comes to Allah.
yeah part. It's an eternal part. It's an He has eternal parts. It's like, bro, what the hell, dude? Do. Anything else, Bando? I'm gonna move on to the next guest. All right.
Let that tell this Muslim chick, yo, why don't you come request up?
Oh, I'm not even looking at the comments. Yeah, request up.
Mag. Why don't you request up, Mag?
Oh my God, we gotta deal with this waste of time.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. But yes, wa alaikum salam.
Salam al-Masih.
What does Allah say?
Salam al-Masih.
What does that mean?
Peace be unto you from the Christ.